And I'll get it recorded. Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. We back again. Team training every Wednesday. Me and Michelle, we're kicking it off today. Y'all gotta excuse my voice. I had the surgery yesterday and they had to put the tube down my throat. So start a little scratchy just a little bit until it gets back to normal. But it's okay. Hey, I'm here. I showed up. Important thing, number one, showing up. But on this team training, I wanted to kick it off before we kick it off and go into our topics that we had today. I want to remind everybody that this month alone, there, if you did not know, because of them pushing back the new website and the app and everything, where the app will be live, I think on the 17th. It's either going to be the 17th or 19th, no later than 19th. It'll be active for us here in America, and I think Canada as well. So just be on the lookout for Saturday. You'll be able to play around with the new app and everything. And then also the website will be up. You'll be able to probably have your replicated website and everything as well. Another thing is because of that, they extended the 4x4. So just letting people know, like, hey, you can still get your ticket for free to Utah by just achieving 4x4. I had a great conversation with Billy today, and hey, there's no better way, no better thing than right now than to go and make that happen. You know, if you're gonna get a free ticket, why not go for it? Just by doing something that you're already gonna do 4x4, and you can put money in your pocket by doing just that as well. And another thing is the bump up. I don't know a lot of people know about that, but last Saturday, Todd, Aaron, Brent, and Chris did an amazing training on the comp plan. So if you haven't seen it, I encourage you to go find that recording. I actually uploaded it to my YouTube as well. But they talked about the different getting started, the levels, the all the levels we have, and why it's so important to hit those. Well, we have a bump up going on. If you get to elite, you actually bump all the way up to ultimate this month. Or if you get to business, you go to elite. And that's important for you because you get paid more. Who doesn't want to get paid more? All of us, when there's a raise coming up at your job, you go for it. Barbers. I remember I used to be able to get a haircut for $5. Now barbers are charging 30, 40, $50 now. So it's everybody wants a pay raise, regardless of what profession you're in. So why not go and increase your business pay raise by bumping up? So I just wanted to remind people that because I don't think a lot of people just even noticed it or seen it or it's out there. And the MBL stock. So even if you don't know about stocks, guess what? You achieving your 4x4, the company is giving away stock options all the way up to you can have pretty much sign up all the way up to 20 people doing it by just bringing in brand partners that you're already doing. If you achieve 4x4, just look at it like this, you'll get 200 MBEL stock options as well. So pretty awesome there. So for free, you don't even have to worry about paying. Like, and so that's awesome as well. So I am actually going. Michelle, did you want to go first?
You go
And
for it.
then me? Okay. Well, I have a little small PowerPoint that I did because I was watching something last week sometime. I really don't even know what I was watching, but this came up. God always has a perfect way of showing you something. So I seen something, and this time I don't ever do PowerPoints, but this time I got one, you guys, because I want you to understand the importance of this, the importance of a time block, because I believe everybody in every profession in our business for sure, you definitely need it in your business, but a time block is very important in your life. Period. Everybody should have one of these. And the reason why. And what is a time? What is time blocking? That's the first thing. Some people don't know. Well, time blocking is using your calendar to determine your work, when you're going to work your business. And it's also when you're not going to work your business. So you got to understand that that's what the time blocking is all for. When you're going to work your business and when you're not going to work your business. Time block give you the permission to work your business and also give you the permission to walk away from your business. Time blocks are what allow you to be present in both your business and in your life. See, because the only way your business is going to grow is you have to be present in it. And the only way to excel in life and have a wonderful life is be present in your life, in your marriage, with your kids, and whatever you're doing, you got to be present. And then time blocks are what will allow you to gain traction and momentum in your business without suffering from the distraction, feeling overwhelmed, or even a parent guilt. Like I know Michelle is a mom, and so it'd be a mom guilt, moms and dads too. It's a parent guilt, You know, a lot of some parents will say like, "Man, I wish I would have spent more time with my kids when they were younger," or this, and that. Well, hey, this is a great way to allow you not to feel that way at the end. And so I got one more slide here because I want to show you how to create a time block in 3 easy steps. Three easy steps. Step number one is you got to start with a blank calendar. So if you don't have a calendar, go to Walmart, go wherever you're going to go, get yourself a blank calendar or get your phone out and clear it out. Then the next thing will be the first thing will be, when will you never work your business? So for instance, Billy, I know works a job. Well, he won't be able to work his business on the hours he's at his job. It may be while you're at your day job or night job. Billy works at night. Doing family dinner or date night with your husband. I know Michelle is married, so hey, she may have a date night. Well, you're not working your business on the date night with your husband or family dinner. And then tip number three would be, also, when will you never work your business? Maybe you won't work your business when you're helping your kids get ready for school, or you're stay-at-home mom like Michelle as well. Hold on one second, my little dog is going. Okay. And or it may be when you're helping your kids get ready for school, doing schoolwork. These are times you would never work your business. So write it out, put it on your calendar. That's the first thing is you got to tell yourself like, hey, I'm never gonna be able to work my business at these times. Period. Hold on one second. Let me let her. Maybe I just let her out of the cage and she will stop.
I'll hop in there while Aunt is dealing with that. So I have been doing the time block this morning actually, and I have a very busy day today. And when you have those things that you have to get done and it feels overwhelming, doing the time block can actually help you reduce that overwhelm because you can wrap your head around, all right, I've got 30 minutes to do this task. It's like if you clean the house and you give yourself 3 days to clean your house, it's going to take you 3 days. But if you got 3 hours and you block 3 hours to clean your house, you're going to get that done in that 3 hours. So take it back
So
in.
so very very true. And then number two with your blank calendar. Oh, oh, when will you always work your business? See, we already determined when you would never work your business. Now you have to determine when you will work your business. Will you always? And you're simply looking for 7 to 10 hours a week. For the people that are doing this part time, you're looking for 7 to 10 hours a week. People doing it full time, maybe, 25, 20, 25 hours a week. You just pretty much double it. So, but you're looking for at least 7 to 10 hours a week. What will you give up? See, you got to give up something. You got to be willing to give up something, or you're gonna stop watching that TV show, stop watching that the news, stop you know, stop going on date night with your with stop going on these lunches with your homegirls just because you just want to get away and spend girl time. No, what are you willing to give up? What are you willing to reprioritize as well? What are you willing? You got to do something. This is a business. So you got to reprioritize. Now, I'm not saying you don't reward yourself because that is also the next step after this next one. But you got to always figure out when you will always work your business. Figure it out. It's up to you. Get that blank calendar and write it out. When will you? Okay, I got 30 minutes here. I got 30 minutes here, or I got an hour right here. I'm going do a full hour right here, and that's when I'm working my business. Then, when will you sometimes work your business? See, now sometimes it's different than when you will always work your business. See, you're always going to work your business that's 7 to 10 hours if you're part time, or 20 to 25 hours if you're full time. But see, when will you sometimes work it is told those hours don't even go with when you will always see, you're always going to do that. Sometimes it's things like maybe you're waiting in the carpool line to pick up your kids. Maybe your kids are at practice, they're at the park, you just want to kind of work on it there for the parents out there. And then maybe it's for the women out there that when us men want to watch sports and you're not into sports, maybe that's the time that you work on your business because your spouse is watching sports and you don't want to watch sports. Or maybe our favorite TV show, vice versa. You know, some of us men don't watch the TV shows that our women watch. So it's vice versa. So when is those sometimes you will work your business? Oh, well, I know my significant other's favorite show comes on at uh at 7 o'clock on Wednesdays. But guess what? I'm not watching that. Baby, I'm gonna work my business that hour while you're watching your show. So I won't be taking time from you, and you won't be taking time from me. See, the time block, and it's key. And those are the three slides I wanted to show you. So again, the three simple steps, easy steps. But the next thing I wanted to talk about was with that, you got to reward yourself. See, with that, you reward yourself for knocking out that little hour. You reward, see, and for the parents out there, if you got little ones, see, you got to reward them for doing something. See, because you got to understand that hour is your hour. It'd be just like you had a physical job. It'd be just like you, like Michelle. She has her own. Uh, she's her own photographer. She's a photographer business. So when they're she doing photos for a client, guess what? Most of the time the kids don't bother her. She's locked in on that. But the greatest thing you could do with the little ones, the tip that I learned from that lady was reward them for doing that. Like, so hey, if you let mommy work for an hour, hey, I got something for you. Maybe get ice cream. Maybe, but also reward yourself for doing what you say you were gonna do. If you put 10 hours in your business that week, reward yourself for it. Maybe, man, do something for yourself. Reward yourself with little small rewards, and I'm telling you, that time block will help so many people out in their business with all the things we got coming out. With all the things we have coming, right now is the best time. I promise you to get focused in on creating a time block when you are going to work your business. If you want to be a part of this momentum train that's coming, that's about to, it's already happening, but it's really about to happen with the newer things that's coming out within the next 2 weeks. I'm not, all jokes aside, within the next 2 weeks, it's about to start up. New packs, new websites, new app, a game plan, uh, a community, even tighter. We already have a very nice community, a more community where we all get to help each other level up together. And momentum is a powerful thing. Anybody who understands momentum in this industry knows that it is wonderful. I am literally retired today because of momentum that happened in Limu years ago. And I played around with it. I wasn't even as serious as I am today. So guess what? I want you to be a part of what's about to happen. And that momentum is nothing compared to this momentum that's about to happen here. So I want you to be a part of it as well. And I encourage you to really, really, really get you a calendar and make little blocks of time for your business. So uh all right. The calendar I use running Mr. Running, I just use my calendar on my phone and on my iPad. That's all I use. But I really was thinking about going to get me a physical calendar from like Office Depot. But yeah, because there's nothing like writing it down, to be honest. When I write stuff down, I tend to remember it way more than I do when I just put it in my phone. But I always got my phone, I always got my iPad, so the calendar pops up for me. So, but I encourage you to do both. If you have both, write it down and put it on the phone. But I'm gonna pass it to Michelle, so Michelle can knock out her portion of the training as well.
All right, so that's all really valid. And I really liked what you talked about with regard to rewarding your family. In order for this to be successful, it has to be a partnership with your family. Like they have to be aware of what you're doing, what's going on. You, you're doing it for them in large part. And sometimes it's easy to be like, no, I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for you. You know, I need this time. I need this time. But they can grow to resent that if they don't feel like they're part of the process, if they don't feel like there is a benefit to them. So saying, I'm going to work at, this 2 hour period And then we're going to go to the park, or then we're going to have dinner as a family, or we'll go outside and ride our bikes, so that they see an end in sight, because children especially have a hard time seeing, is like, when is this ever going to end? When is there going to be something good for me? Their delayed gratification isn't as developed as us as adults. And so that's really valuable and important. And also for a spouse or significant other or other friends and family that you spend a lot of time with, for them to understand, this is a block of time that is non-negotiable. Like, that for me is, I have to work these hours. I would love to schedule something with you outside of that. But then it creates a little bit more understanding and respect for your time when you block it and control it, and can then defend it, because it's easy to lose that time if it's not spoken for. And so make it also a priority to block that time for important things like date night and time with your children, so that you're controlling and protecting that time as well. So super awesome topic this morning, Ant, and we appreciate that very much. I'm going to switch gears on us just a little bit, and mine is very brief this morning because I've got a client coming in at 10 and I have to hurry through this. But I wanted to share something with you that we have been, I'm going to say, working to accomplish for our team here. We've got our Denver regional event coming. And one of the things that I've been sharing with our leadership team is, for the people who are speaking, it's really important that you have a professional image that you can present to the world, because how you show up and how you present yourself to the world matters. And so in our fast-paced, social media driven, like real world, show my life kind of a world that we live in, there's value in those photos. There's value in being able to show up how you are and show people you don't have to be buttoned up and put together and perfect all the time. In fact, it's appealing to people when they see the real raw version of you. And that has its place, and that's valuable and important. And there's another piece that I want to talk about today that's also very, very important. And so as I'm looking at the different faces on the screen this morning, I see that Mary Beth has an awesome headshot of her as her camera off photo. And Vivian has one also that's really good. And so it's very important that you have a great quality photograph of yourself for website, for business cards, for your profile images, for your off-camera photo, so that when people see that image of you, they realize that you are a professional. They can look at that and say, this person is someone I should take seriously. Because very often people will make a decision as to whether or not they're going to work with a person in a matter of seconds based on the photo on their profile or their business card. So if you're out and about and you meet somebody and they hand you a business card that their photo on that card is clearly 20 years old, they've changed a ton, it doesn't even look like them, or it's a really poor quality photo, the subconscious thought process is, if you're willing to sacrifice quality on that particular piece that is forward facing, that is the first encounter people have with your business, where else are you sacrificing? Where else are you cutting corners? And so that particular element is really important, because when people are finding us on social media and they're looking to see, who are we? What are we all about? It's great to have the stories and the posts that share who you are in a raw, real, everyday context. And it's also really important that you have that photo that says, I am a professional. This is what I do. And so that people have a positive impression of you, because you never get that second chance to make a first impression. And so when people are making those split-second decisions with our very fast-paced world, You want to make sure that you're giving them a good reason in that split second to pursue a relationship with you, to pursue, and I don't mean like a romantic relationship, although sometimes that can happen too with those, profiles and that kind of a thing. But what I mean is a business relationship, a friendship relationship. People are going to make those decisions as to whether or not they want to get to know you based on the image that you put forward. And so if you're going to be speaking at an event, if you're thinking about updating your website or your business cards, I would encourage you to get some good photos taken so that you have those in your arsenal to be able to rotate through. And it's great to do like a branding session where you have a few images that you can use. And you don't necessarily have to spend a lot of money to have this done. Sometimes people spend a lot of money on it, and it's really about, where does your budget fall and what's available to you to be able to do this. But I would encourage you to get those done so that you have something great that you can put up. And if somebody asks you to speak, for instance, on the New Age live call on Monday night, or they want to feature your transformation story in one of the calls, you can send them a great photo of you, because sometimes people literally will look at a flyer and go, "Hmm, that's a terrible picture. I don't even know who that person is. I'm not going to take the time to show up for that call." But if they see a dynamic, engaging photo of somebody that draws attention and that they can recognize, and it's clear and it's well lit and it's crisp and in focus, they're going to look at that and take you more seriously, to be very honest. And so that's my encouragement to you today, is to be aware of how you're presenting yourself to the world and know that it does matter. So have that good image that you can use for those moments when you need to convey more value, a higher quality of an account, of a person. And then also be real, be raw, share those everyday things, and know that they both have their place and they're both very important. So that is all I wanted to share this morning.
You guys, and that's what we have today. Importance of a time block, and then presenting yourself. And the way I look at that profile picture and those type of pictures, I look at it. I always think about a job interview. Most of us, when we go into a job interview, we get dressed up and we show up, presentable. For the people that are business owners, when somebody comes and you're about to hire them, you're not hiring somebody that came in their workout clothes. It's always the first impression. So look, make sure your profile picture, in your profile picture. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of people on here, a lot of people watching the recording have wonderful wives, have wonderful husbands, have wonderful kids. But your profile picture needs to be Billy Grady, needs to be Ronnie Bregman, needs to be Lance McAllister, needs to be Mary Beth, need to be Miss Linda, need to be Sonya. See, it needs to be you and not everybody else. Now your cover photo is different. See, that's something that you could put a nice picture of you and your family. But your profile picture, when I'm going to a picture, I shouldn't have to go and decide. Like when I'm going to somebody's page I don't even know, never met them in my life, I shouldn't be over here like, well, who's Michelle? Which one is Michelle? Which one is Sonya? I don't know which is who. Like, when you start having to guess to determine who it is, that's when you start getting confusion. You want it to be nice, simple, and easy. Oh, this looks like somebody I would like to have in my business. Oh, this looks like somebody I would like to do business with. See, it's attraction marketing, and that's the first story is your profile. So just always remember that. And that's all we have, you guys. Importance of a time block and getting your profile together. Those are two things that you can work on to really develop and get ready for what's about to happen. With new packs coming out again, new packs will be out, and I can tell you this: they will be cheaper, but with the same impact. Uh, that's always good. More people can join. New website is already out, newage.com, but access where we all get the replicated website. New app should be launched on Saturday. That's the 17th. 3 days from now. Just 3 days, you guys. 3 days, 3 days, 3 days, 3 days. So awesome. 3 days. And I'll be doing some training on those and making videos and different things. And yeah, a lot of great things happening. Also, don't forget 4x4. important. Get 4x4, get your free ticket to Utah. 4x4, why not? But also remember that the InBev stock options are still available. So when you sign up two people, you get halfway through your 4x4, not even halfway, a quarter through your 4x4. Guess what? You get stock options. And you may not know much about stocks. Trust me, I didn't know much about stocks until last year when I started really looking into them. I had more free time with everything that was going on in the world. And so that was it. And then the bump up. Remember the bump up, you guys. And so that's all we have. I'm gonna stop the recording. You can tell Michelle thank you. And I know she has to run here. And we get out.